Channel 2 investigation into what you may consider wasteful spending. We pay more and more in taxes every year, but what are we getting in return for handing our money over to the government? Consumer investigator Jim Strickland takes a look into how Georgia spends our money.
State legislators pass funding for our basic needs: education, public safety, social services. It seems, however, those budgets are always tight. So we started looking into where else they're spending your money. You may be surprised at what you're paying for.
Georgia children without enough school books, teachers buying their own supplies, school buildings in need of repair. If the state legislature has not spent the money needed to fix these problems, where are your tax dollars going? Places like the Georgia Golf Hall of Fame in Augusta, more than $630,000. Nearly $800,000 for the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame. And $800,000 plus for the Georgia Music Hall of Fame. Lawmakers planned on spending lots of money like this.
The taxpayers need to know what's going on.
26-year-old Jason Pye pours over the $20 billion state budget. He exposes spending he considers wasteful on his website, Georgia Porkbusters. For instance, $1.5 million to CSX Railroad for track improvements. CSX will bring in $10 billion in revenues this year. Pye says that money would be better spent on basic services.
We're taxpayers. Our money needs to go to provide our safety, protect our rights, and to ensure good government. This is not good government.
There was $400,000 for the Tour de Georgia bike ride. Critics say sports events in places like the Golf Hall of Fame should get money from donors or corporate sponsors.
Certainly they could afford their own museum. This one really should tee off the taxpayers.
The Golf Hall of Fame has no hall, it has a trailer. So far, $6 million in private and public funding has gone to buy and maintain a 17-acre botanical garden nearby. The garden's now closed and dying since the governor vetoed funding approved by the legislature.
This is certainly not a waste of money.
All officials say they've brought in millions in tourism and are worthy of state funds.
This state is known for its golf.
Governor Perdue slashed other pork projects, but added some of his own.
The governor wanted $19 million for a program called Go Fish to promote the sport of fishing in Georgia. He got $18 million.
Now the money's in limbo. 2 fishing tournaments at Lake Lanier the program was supposed to help promote have been postponed because of the drought. Back on dry land, the governor okayed $420 million in incentives to bring the South Korean car maker Kia to Georgia. Tax breaks, money for roads, even job training. Critics question the investment.
The question is, will the state get back more than it's giving? Will that $420 million turn into $420 million worth of tax revenue over the years from this facility? That's highly unlikely.
The plant will provide 2,500 jobs, but since the plant is on the Alabama border, a third of those jobs will leave with the tide.
$500 million to bring in a corporation from overseas and give jobs to Alabamians.
Pye saves his harshest criticism not for the governor, but for House Appropriations Chairman Ben Harbin. Harbin is the first inductee into the Georgia Porkbuster Hall of Shame, accusing him of overseeing a wasteful budget. We made several attempts to speak to the chairman, but he never responded. Pye says all legislators need to take notice.
They know we're behind them, they know we're watching them, and we just need to keep them accountable.
Along with Chairman Harbin, we also requested an interview with House Speaker Glenn Richardson for this story. We were told his schedule could not accommodate us.